good, I'm great. Know it's been a while now, I'm mixing up a drink. I just need a girl who can really understand. I just need a girl who can really understand. I'm just giving y'all I ain't been karaoke in a while, so I gotta get off where I can.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what you mean?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Back with another round of Brews and Views.
Yeah.
Episode 33.
Yeah. Who's a 33?
Larry
Scotty
Bird,
Scottie Pippen.
Pippen, Tony
Yeah.
D.
Yeah. Trying to think in football. I can't
Tony
remember.
D is the only one I know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I can't remember.
Jesus?
Oh, boy.
Okay, yeah. Well, how y'all doing today?
Good.
That wasn't blasphemy, by the way.
I know.
You know I was going with that.
Yeah, I know.
So, I've got this brew today that I don't know how I feel about it, but it's strong as hell.
You feel pretty good about it.
Oh, yeah. But it's from the brewery, spelled Bruery, which is in California. It's called White Chocolate. I don't think it's named after Jason Williams. But
It very well may be.
it's only white chocolate I know. But it's a bourbon barrel aged wheat wine ale with CaCao.
CaCao? Cocoa? Cacao? What is it? I thought it was cocoa.
It's chocolate.
Yeah, that's what that is. It's chocolate.
Something nibs and vanilla beans.
Mm-hmm.
Now I taste the bourbon barrel and the wheat wine. I don't know about the vanilla, but this is strong. It's 14%.
Goddamn.
I'm already this all of it was in this glass, and this is how much I've drank so far, and
Right.
it's it's hitting.
It's very good.
Yeah, so I like it. And I don't know if I'm gonna get another one, but not tonight for sure.
No,
Yeah, so
unless you plan on staying.
probably. I should stand. I want to make it through the whole episode.
I got you.
Mhm.
I got you. I got it's from the 21st Amendment Brewery in California, which is the best name for a brewery if you know what the 21st Amendment is.
Mhm.
It's 4.9% and it's called Hell or High Watermelon Wheat Beer.
It's a good play on words there.
Yeah, it's a seasonal release from them.
Shout out to the creativity.
Yeah, that's why I got it, because of the can and all that. It looks great.
There's a lack of that these days.
Right. It's not. I'm not a real fruity beer drinker. I can stomach this one. It's not a, you know, you can definitely taste the watermelon in it.
Wheat beer, so it's a wheat beer with watermelon in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
And it ain't bad. It ain't, I can stomach it. It's just like I said, I'm not a big fan of the fruity beers, and you can definitely taste the watermelon in it. So.
also.
And I got some. Jim Bean is joining us. Some Jim Bean and ginger.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take a sip of him too.
Mm-hmm.
What you drinking, Cliff?
I got the Dragon's Milk Reserve,
My man.
New Holland Brewery. It's like a peanut butter, bourbon barrel peanut butter stout.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right up my alley.
For those that know me, it is not up my alley, but this one is okay. I can do this one. And it just so happens to be 10%,
Can't go wrong.
which helps. And I also have some Jim Beam over here.
Yeah.
Why don't you drink the what you brought? Did you bring that?
Yeah, well, yeah, but he cracked over. He got some Jim Beam with him.
Oh, okay.
Maybe next segment.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Yeah.
I too would like to make it through the show.
Well, I want to, before we get into the topics for tonight, I want to touch on a few things. The first one, which I found utterly ridiculous, is so everybody's, well, not everybody's, but one of the most famous fame whores in the world, Kylie Kardashian.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
She went to social media and set up a GoFundMe page because I guess a makeup artist that she uses, and actually all her sisters use. And then I guess he's a pretty good one.
Yeah.
Got into had some problems, accident or something like that, needed a lot of surgery, and she set up the GoFundMe for people to
help pay for their surgery, the guy's surgery.
Now she's
Yeah.
worth
Billions.
Yeah.
Not billions, millions.
Well, 900 million. She's almost $1 billion.
Yeah.
And then apparently all her sisters use it, so that's over $1 billion.
Yeah.
And what's crazy is the first donation was anonymous, which was probably her because she set it up. It's $5,000. Bitch, why don't you pay for the whole thing?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. That's what I said when I first heard it. I'm like, why don't you just pay for it? Or you and your sisters go in, y'all split the cost, and y'all pay for it, all 3 or 4 of y'all.
They wouldn't even notice it was gone. The money,
pretty much.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I agree. And at first I was exactly where y'all were, but I'm gonna play a little devil's advocate here.
Okay.
If something happens to you, is your boss gonna put up the money for your surgery?
No.
Or is your boss gonna do it? So why should she be expected to do it?
I don't know. No.
I'm not saying that she's expected to do it, Cliff, because I get what you're saying there, and I wouldn't expect you to do it, but don't set up a GoFundMe page for it.
Why is a billionaire setting up a GoFundMe for
page.
people who aren't billionaires to pay for somebody else, this makeup artist who they could clearly just pay it off and just be like that?
Yeah.
So the billionaire can stay a billionaire.
Well, that's
Still gonna be a billionaire. She's still gonna be a billionaire.
But what I'm saying is, I'm not saying she should have to pay for it, because
But I don't mean to cut you, but that's the tone you're taking.
No, what
she
I'm
doesn't
saying
have to
pay
pay.
for.
She doesn't do anything.
What I'm saying is, don't set up a GoFundMe page. It would be better. You're asking people that giving $5, $10 to help pay for your makeup artist surgery. If you need that kind of money and he needs that kind of money, then to me,
if it's that serious to you,
you can take donations, like I said, from your sisters, from some other billionaires that y'all know, and y'all could pay for the surgery.
If you care about them that much, and
Right.
you want, you're doing this that much.
Because to me, that would be like, we do this podcast, something happened to you, and it ain't happened yet, but let's say we get big on this podcast and we're billionaires. Well, me and Art ain't gonna ask people to pay for you to get your surgery.
Just gonna pay it.
We just gonna pay for it. We might go to some friends of ours and say, hey man, can you help me out with this or what? But I'm not gonna set up a GoFundMe account for people to pay for your surgery. Me and Art just gonna take care of it.
Well, I'm grateful to have friends like that. That's first. But I mean, regardless of whether y'all took care of it or whether you started a GoFundMe, I can't really get mad at you either way.
I don't know, man.
Don't get me wrong. I was exactly where y'all were.
Yeah,
But just the more I thought about it, it was just what I came up with.
I find it weird because a lot of people are friends of or family members of somebody who set up GoFundMe pages.
Right.
It's just weird for a billionaire
to set up it's the wrong optics. Let's say that.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it gives the optics of, I'm sitting on a stack of money, but I'm gonna ask the peasants to pay for this. It's the wrong optics.
If it's that important to you, you don't want to spend it, raise the money on the low.
Right.
Don't
That's
go
what I
to
was
the
getting ready to
internet
say.
and ask. It's just ridiculous.
That's what I was getting ready to say. Because you don't get. I put it to you like this. Beyonce donated $10 million to hurricane relief in Texas. What would have been the optics if Beyonce comes out and says, I started a GoFundMe page for people in Texas. Please donate. People.
She's black, different set of rules.
Well, true.
I'm not no.
That's true too, but yeah.
But it also been better. Look, I started the donations off with this large sum of
Yes.
money.
Now, yeah, I can see
who's
that.
gonna join me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That type of shit. I don't know. I don't like it.
Me either.
Don't like it.
Nah.
No sir, didn't like it.
Is it wrong? Because I didn't really care.
Well,
No.
nobody.
I mean, not
really,
about the person. I'm not
No,
heartless. but,
nobody
you know,
really cares.
I mean, I could give a damn about them Kardashians.
Well,
I
everybody.
It's just they put up this front like they care and all. I don't know. I just can't. It rubbed me the wrong way when I saw that shit.
Me too.
And I needed to get it out, and there I did.
Good job.
Feel better?
Yeah, a little bit.
Very good.
Sometimes you just gotta voice your feelings out.
What else was there? Oh, I don't know whoever's listening or if not, if Richmond is getting a casino.
Yeah.
Down to 3 bids. They were 6.
Yeah.
They got rid of 3. 2 of them that they got rid of were already, big casino places, and the other one was the Pamunkey Indian Reservation, which I didn't think they had a shot in hell to get it anyway.
Nah, because they ran me out of there fishing one time. I'll tell y'all that story on camera. That's a whole nother.
You got on the reservation?
Yeah, man, I was on the reservation fishing.
They don't take too kind to outsiders.
And some dude showed up, said he going to get the chief. So I packed up and left.
Now, did you
see what happened the last time outsiders came to their land?
Yeah.
They can't take no chances, dog.
Yeah, I feel you.
Now, what made you go to that specific spot? Did you get invited out there, or you just looking around for a place to fish, and you said, "Hey, why not here?" Did you know where you were at?
Yeah, I knew my pops. My pops was like, "Man, let's go fish right over there."
Okay.
On the Indian reservation. Yeah, whatever.
So you discovered that water.
Yeah. Should have planted a flag.
See, I didn't know anything about that type of shit until I started I watched Yellowstone and as far as modern times, Yellowstone
Right.
and Longmire, and apparently, that ain't the place you want to be going without
an invite.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, you don't want to be on the Indian reservation.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, I'm glad you made it out alive.
Yeah.
Got all your hair.
Yeah. Damn it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, come on.
So we are happy about that.
Yeah, I know.
So I have a fix to the border crisis. It's apparently going on.
Oh,
It's very simple.
Oh God.
Usually is.
Yes. You take all them people down there, stopping or making them wait, and you let them motherfuckers in. Give them all whatever. They're Americans. And you take all the people that go the speed limit and less, exactly the speed limit less, and you kick all them motherfuckers out. Because they are worthless, and they are in the way, and they're holding good spaces for good, hard-working South Central Americans and Mexicans.
I don't know. That's a good one, I guess.
Yes.
Please let that be at the next election.
Because I ride around all day for the job, and it's so frustrating. You know, Cliff.
You know, I drive all day.
We got places to be.
That's right.
That's right. We got a schedule to keep. We got to be somewhere.
Yeah.
And these motherfuckers going
No comment.
exactly the speed limit or less.
No less.
Yeah, no comment. I don't.
In the left lane.
Man. And it just frustrates me so much, man. And I fully understand road rage. I really do.
Do a Ric Flair day and put him in a figure 4 leg lock.
You'd like to, but that requires you to stop.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and I got a friend of mine, very good friend of mine, started a new podcast. It's called Burn After Reading. So it's my friend Brandy and her sister Rachel. They're going to be reading reviews. Right now they're starting with reviews of products and shit like that, because actually you can go through and read reviews. They can be funny, and also they tell me what not to buy.
Yeah.
And so that's what they're going to be doing.
I might have to check that out.
Yeah, starting with products, and then they'll do other things like that.
Right.
But yeah, so check it out, Burn After Reading, wherever you find your podcasts. Just like us, wherever you find your podcast, check us out.
Yeah.
They can do a review of politicians.
Maybe.
Well,
you don't have that much time in a podcast.
And I'm not really into that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, you could, but we don't have 2 years. So, yeah, you don't have that time. But, yeah.
All right. So recently, there's been a couple mass shootings.
Yeah.
First one, well, not the first one, but most recently, the first one was this guy who shot, was it 8 people in 3 separate massage parlors in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And then more recently, in Colorado, supermarket,
Yep. He shot 10.
shot 10.
Yeah.
And including one of them shot a cop too. Well, no matter.
It was the
The
Colorado.
Colorado, yeah.
He shot a cop. He's facing 10 counts of murder.
10 counts of murder. And well,
That's amazing.
before that, before we get in really into it, I just want to tell a lot of people to, when stuff like this happens, chill out, find facts out before you just start going spewing shit all over Twitter and because I remember the one in Atlanta.
Okay.
At first they were as soon as it happened, it's racially motivated, this and that, blah blah blah. Before even facts came out about it, which it still could be, but a lot of the evidence is pointing where they're saying right now is pointing to just this motherfucker's just fucking nuts. Christian right, not right, but Christian. He felt fucking sinful, or I don't know what the fuck was going on. He's just fucking crazy. But
well, you gotta be to run into 3 different places and shoot up.
yeah. Which apparently he frequented a lot,
All right.
But people were just jumping on the day of when it happened. People are screaming at the sheriff, not the sheriff, a cop or whatever, who's saying, this guy did it apparently because of this and that, and they're mad at him, who hadn't even investigated anything yet. He's going off what the guy told him why he did it. Instead of saying it's a hate crime off the jump. People want shit to be, that bad for some reason. I don't know. But all that, none of the evidence shows there, just yet.
Right.
And then it's like the one in Colorado. As soon as it happened, crazy white guy, gun nut, this and that. When he crazy right winger, gun nut,
Well.
MAGA hat.
Well, because most of the time.
Yes.
That's what it is.
But
I get what you're saying. Yeah. I'm
before you spew shit, fine, or at least just wait and just see what the fuck happened before. People want to be the first to say something.
Right. I see what you're saying. It's like that old joke. I forgot who told it. And he said he was sleeping. They said there's been a mass shooting. He said he was white, wasn't he? He said nah. Because that's
it happens.
Right.
I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but I just and that's for any situation. I just think people need to gather facts before they put their opinions and shit on.
Yeah.
But that's neither here nor there.
Facts don't make for a good story.
Apparently it doesn't.
No.
But yeah.
So I don't know.
But it is crazy.
It is. My man, what did they say? He bought the gun a week before? 3 days before?
Which
in
one?
Colorado.
Yeah, he passed the back. They said he passed the background check or whatever a week before.
Right.
Is that the one that was like 10 days after they had shot down a ban on those type rifles or something?
Yeah, that was in Colorado. They had a bill to ban those type of rifles to John Q. citizens. You had to be either military or police to have it, and they shot it down.
And that's how that son bitch celebrated.
I guess that's fucked up though. I
Yeah,
feel
that's
bad
fucked
for
up.
people and the cop that listen. And I'm never a big but the cop was doing his job, showed up.
Listen, the majority of the motherfuckers ain't.
No, I know.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But I mean, the man was doing his job. It wasn't like he showed up doing his job and got off for it. It's fucked up.
Yeah, what you supposed to do? I mean, you motherfuckers in that bitch killing motherfuckers. You can't wait for backup. You gotta go in there.
You gotta go.
You
Yeah.
gotta fucking go.
You got to. I applaud him for going in.
Yeah,
Because if it was just as the cop.
Well,
I would have went in, but I would have went in barricaded behind something.
Well, you gotta go stealthy.
Yeah, and you know, I'd have went in like, hey, niggas over there, shoot them. But you know, I feel bad though, and I got family in Colorado. First thing I did was reach out because they live. I got a couple of family members that live in Denver and a couple live in Boulder. So the first thing I did was reach out like, oh shit, was one of y'all in the damn store?
I'd like to think if I don't know, never been in that type of situation, but if I was in that situation, that I would pull out and try to stop. You know, I would like to think that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, shit, half the motherfuckers in war don't even shoot their gun when they come down to it after all that training.
Training, yeah.
You know, I mean, I can't imagine what that shit's like, though.
Yeah. But it make you want to carry your shit everywhere.
Which I do. Yes, I do. Boy, y'all want to test me, son?
It does. It makes you want to carry it everywhere.
Yep.
I mean,
I don't know what type of life I would have had or feeling I would have had about it if I didn't listen to 90s hip hop. But 90s hip hop prepared me mentally.
there's a war going on outside, no man.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Prodigy. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
Prepare me mentally for the situation now.
I don't know. It's just, I don't know. Shouldn't you like, I don't know, maybe I'm just spitballing here, but shouldn't there be some kind of mental health evaluation before you're allowed to buy a gun?
Well,
You know,
they do
country that
psych
makes some money.
they do psych tests for jobs and
Right,
it wouldn't be hard to do.
right. I mean, you just have to, I mean, and it could be a standard psychological evaluation or something. Just take a test. If you pass it, I mean, because,
But that's potentially less sales, which means less money, and they ain't going for that.
well, you know how I feel. I mean,
No, I'm with you, but they would never go for that.
yeah,
for
I
that
know.
reason.
Because, you know, I'm one of the people that say unless you are military or police, you don't need a assault or a weapon. That's just me. That's my personal opinion. I mean, and I'm a gun owner. I own guns, but you.
At the very least, I mean, you gotta take a test to drive a fucking car.
Right.
You need to. First, I think you need to take a test to vote too. But
That's a whole nother issue.
Yeah, but for these important things,
Right.
like things that are life or death,
Yeah.
you should have to do that. And you know,
Because you know, and I know people say guns don't kill people, and I get that, but in the wrong hands, they can kill a lot of motherfuckers.
They have.
Right. Right.
yes, it needs to be more mental health checks as far as that sort of thing. Because I mean, on the surface, they talk all this shit about banning certain magazines and this and that, but that's just fluff to say that it's not hitting to the core of, because a lot of these people, anybody can pass a background check,
Right.
and most people, a lot of these people, there was no problem with them until something happened.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something made them snap or
Right,
go
right.
crazy or something like that, and you just need it's not that hard. Like I said, you take fucking personality test to get a job.
Right.
And this personality test, they ask you all these questions, and they try to, it finds your pattern of how you
Yeah.
answer them, and it's hard to get around them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they need to do that.
It should be something more for you to be able to get a gun. Cause like the guy in Colorado, and I had his name in front of me, I can't think of it right now.
It's a Syrian Muslim name.
Yeah, it's Ahmad Alawi Alisa. I think that's how you say it. But
I'll give it a C.
thank you. But they said that that guy, he's 21 years old, and they said people that knew him, they said that they thought he was. One lady said she knew him since he was like 15 or 16, and she always thought he was a little weird.
Yeah.
And I mean, you shouldn't be able to just walk in and say, "Yo, I'm buy this gun real quick." Not without some kind of
Psyche valve.
Right.
And there's all sorts of ways. Like they got fucking tests for everything. They could figure something out if they
Yeah.
really want. I personally don't think they really want to.
Of course not. I mean, because while I agree with both of y'all on what you're saying, but they're going to look at it and say, well, if you don't pass that test, then they're restricting your right to bear arms.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
but
they're never going to go for that.
I feel you, and I hate when people say that because nobody is saying you can't bear arms.
Well,
You're restricting it. You're saying if you don't pass this test, this evaluation, we're not going to let you purchase this gun.
Right. Because
Well, that's why they're
according
going.
to the evaluation, you're not mentally fit to deal with this gun.
That's not in the Constitution.
they'd have to amend the Constitution to do that.
Right.
Because it's not. It's like so. Driving is a privilege.
Mm-hmm.
Owning a firearm is a right.
Well, we're getting into it.
But
We're
no, I'm
getting
just
into-
saying that's the
Yeah, but see,
law-wise.
what we're getting into, and this is the debate that's happening right now with guns and everything. This is the debate we're getting into because the debate is people on the other side say, well, the Second Amendment says the right to bear arms and the militia to take up arms against the government. It doesn't say for John Q. Citizen the right to bear arms. That's taken on a connotation throughout the years.
Well, who's going to oppose the government?
So, if that's what it's saying, I mean, I get what you're saying, but that's what it's saying, then there's, you have the people that say, the constitutionalists that say, it says right there, right to bear arms, there it is. You have the people on the other side that says, but the whole Senate says right to bear arms and militia-wise taking up arms against the government. So, and none of the people that wrote it are here to say, nah, man, this is what the fuck we were talking about.
Bitches like the Bible.
Yeah. Right.
There's
So-
1,000 different ways you could take
Right.
it.
So that's the whole debate, and like I told y'all before, I personally feel like you should have to have a psych eval, and nobody, unless you military or police, should be able to get an assault weapon. But that's my feelings on it. Now, I know I have friends that'll be like, man, if I want an assault rifle, I should be able to go get one. Well, I don't think so, but we can agree to disagree on that.
No, I'm with you on that.
Well, the only reason I, think different is because I'm a pessimist,
Right.
and I feel that first I'll never trust the government or the secret hands behind it or whatever, all that bullshit.
Right.
And then also, like if something like we just got a small glimpse of what could happen as far as shutting down like that. Like that was just a small glimpse this past year. So what if something happened like the EMP or something where shit shut down,
Mm-hmm.
and then motherfuckers are just going for self out there? You're gonna need a way to protect yourself. Now that's a very far-fetched, but just because it's far-fetched doesn't mean it can't happen. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
You know what I'm saying? And me just being personally,
Yeah.
I think the risk is less than the reward. But we have no way of knowing.
That's what I was getting ready to say. That's just my own, we got different opinions on that. Because, like I said before, and I'll tell anybody, I am a gun owner. And if you come in here wrong, or you do, or you come wrong,
I'm about to give me another one too.
yeah, see, yeah, I got something that'll stop you in your tracks, But
I like shooting guns, but I'm not a crazy gun nut. Like some of them motherfuckers is just Like I get it. I shot, shoot guns feels good, but
Keep holding back, Jackson. Keep holding back.
what? Oh, I'm a nut. I'm not a crazy gun nut.
You set yourself up for that one.
yeah, but go ahead.
I'm
What was your point?
definitely a nut. But you know what I'm saying?
No, we got you.
We
man.
got
But
you.
and some people, and that's with anything, something you like, that shit engulfs you,
Yeah.
takes over. And if guns is engulfing that brain like that can be motherfucking dangerous.
Exactly.
Because there's some sickos out there.
Right.
Um,
Right. And I got, like I told you, I got friends that got assault weapons, but one of them is ex-military. I have no problems with him having them because he, you know, it is what it is. He's been trained.
How's his PTSD?
As far as I know, it's good.
You never know. you never fucking know.
As far as I know, it's good, but you know, you don't know him right now. So
I couldn't imagine.
me either.
You know, I'm so glad that I chose not to serve my country in that way.
Wow.
That's me.
Yeah, I got
I
you.
respect
was
the
about to
people
say,
that do.
I was hoping you
I-
clean that up.
I personally
Good
couldn't
job.
do it, and I don't fault anybody for
Oh,
doing
no.
it.
Yeah.
I just know
They won't
that our
for me.
dog is not built like that.
Yeah, it won't for
Our
me.
dog is, you come on my street and want some shit, I'm built for that.
Yeah, I got it.
I'm built to protect home base,
Right.
not to go to your home base and take your shit over like our American government does.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, people. If you know somebody or you're wary of somebody, and this is not just that they own a gun and they showing symptoms of like, but mental health is very serious.
Yes, it is.
See something, say something. I think that's the big, and that goes with a lot of shit. But if somebody in your family or friend and they experience, and they're showing signs of that shit, at least talk to somebody or talk to them about it, and because I think a lot of the stuff could be prevented. If, like you say, that people say, I saw something,
Right. Yeah.
a lot of shit can be prevented. Fuck the government, you can prevent the shit. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
And hopefully we can stop all the mass shootings.
Well,
What did we say earlier? The country opened back up and we had mass shootings every month.
well, they happen every day because mass shootings are what 3 or 4 more people at one time.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
I think it's 3 or 4. Yet we only talk about the ones when white folks get killed. But there's mass shootings every day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be about it, be about it. Not just when your folks get killed.
I feel you.
You know.
So, yeah.
So yeah, we'll be back in a second. Another second.
Oh shit.
Yo, we are back with another segment of Brews and Views. I ain't got nothing else on. So we switched beers. I think everybody switched beers. Yes,
yeah.
we did. I have a Anderson Valley Brewing Company salted caramel porter, malt beverage, aged 6 months in bourbon barrels. It is pretty damn good. Everything it says it is. Malt beverage, aged in bourbon barrels for 6 months. I taste all of that. Salted caramel. I don't know what that's supposed to taste like, but I don't taste that. But I've also been drinking other shit, and my palate is confused right now.
Very good.
Yeah.
But I do taste like a hint of caramel in it, but I can't be sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Just keep drinking.
I will. That's
It tasted better
that's my
as
MO.
you drank.
That's my MO.
Yeah, as you keep drinking, it tastes better.
Yeah.
So,
Yours is looking a little darker than I usually see on that
Yes.
side of the room.
I actually tried a porter.
Okay.
So this is a porter.
Mhm.
It's by Champion Brewing, which is in Virginia. It's in Charlottesville, so buy local.
Charlottesville.
Yeah.
We need to do that run.
Yes, we do.
Mhm.
And it is a black light robust porter. It's 5%, and it has chocolate,
Mhm.
chicory coffee. I don't even know what that is. Cascara. I don't know what that is, and roasted malt. That's the tasting notes it says on the side of the can.
Do you taste any of that stuff that you do not know what they are?
Well, how would I know that I tasted it if I don't know what it is? But
So
Do you like it?
You drink what they tell you to drink, huh?
okay, I'm not a porter guy, so it's
I
okay.
don't understand that from you guys.
I mean, I taste a little coffee. and some
You're
chocolate.
a coffee guy.
Yeah, I am a coffee guy. I'm just not a porter guy. But normally, if I get a porter, to be honest with you, I'll be like, oh man, I can't drink that. But this one, I can get
Everybody's taste buds are different.
that. Yeah.
I just think porters and stouts have more flavor, except for Guinness. That has no flavor.
I love the ABV in them, but the taste is just.
I don't know if I said it. This one is 5%.
5%.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. I think this. Oh, this is 9.5%. I just had a
Gotcha.
14. I'm gonna be slurring my words if I'm not already.
Very
Pretty
good.
soon.
It's good work.
Okay.
All right.
I haven't blacked out yet, as far to my
Good.
knowledge, so
Well, good then.
we're okay.
Well, these are then.
Yeah.
I got a Dragon's Milk White. I had that reserved last segment.
I've had that.
See, bourbon barrel aged white stout.
Mm-hmm.
It's only 6% ABV, but it's got a pretty good taste to it. It does not taste like a stout, even though it is one.
Well, I had that the other day. Oh, yes, it's a white stout. I need to find a regular white stout, which there is one, to get a baseline to figure out what I'm supposed to be tasting because I drink stouts all the time, so I want to see what a white stout tastes like.
What is a white stout? Is it just?
I mean,
Dragon's Milk.
it's a stout that was made in the Caucasus Mountains. I don't know.
It was made in the Caucasus Mountains. Dragon's Milk.
I have
No,
no
I was just
idea.
asking.
I mean,
What was it
obviously, because the color of it.
Looks
Hold
like
it up to Cliff to the. So that is obviously not a normal stout
No,
color.
it looks
Right.
like a golden ale.
Yeah, it does. It does.
But when I taste, so yes, it's like a dark ale. So it's not quite, as all the other ales and stuff like that. I do taste like it's a little heavier than a.
The ale, yeah, but nowhere near
Nowhere near
the
a
stout
stout.
that they say it is. Well,
Gotcha.
white stout.
But I'm gonna try to find a white stout for next time, just a regular one
Mhm.
without the bourbon barrel, just to give a baseline to see what I'm supposed to be tasting.
Gotcha.
But
Gotcha.
those are good. 6%, kind of light.
Yeah,
Kind
extremely
of.
light for a stout.
Yeah, it just rolls off my liver. Doesn't do anything. It's like Rain-X. When you got Rain-X on your windshield and rain comes out, just beads off. That's what that did to my liver. It just bounced off of it.
I get it.
Yeah.
Probably I got rain X on this level.
Yeah. Anything below 8% is just bounces off. Because I'm so used to drinking that shit.
Some people would say you have a problem.
I'm not one of those people.
But that's what some people would say.
I mean, some people are retarded. I mean, some people are the R word.
You done said it now.
Some people
What?
say cucumbers taste better pickled.
Yeah. Huh? What? Huh? Oh. No. Also, before we get into it, shout out to Bill Burr for pissing off Twitter from the Grammys. Did you see what he said?
No, I didn't. What happened?
Oh. So before Bill Burr, because he wasn't doing a monologue or anything. He was just presenting an award.
Mhm.
Before the award, they played this piano shit, and he was so when he gets up there, he says something like was why the only one that wanted to kill himself after hearing that that piano second. And so he was also given an award for like some Latino artists,
Right.
and so he's trying to say these names. And it's like, I don't, so many words. Why? I don't know why they got this cis white male to say these Latin names. And that pissed everybody off. Which is funny because he has to say this. He's a cis white male. It's also funny that they got him to say some Latin names. He's butchering them.
Yeah.
But he's a comedian. He was being funny. And he's pissing people off. For those who don't understand what comedy is there to make fun of the shit we take serious. That's all comedy is.
There's a whole culture out there that doesn't understand.
They don't understand
They
that. So
don't.
you cannot cancel a comedian, especially a good one like Bill Burr. Bill Burr, and for me, there's comedy is subjective.
Mhm.
We all like different things. But Bill Burr he's next to Dave. I love Bill Burr so much. He's like number 2, and I see so much of him and me. Like the only difference between him and me is that he married a black woman. That's the only difference.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's pretty funny, fucking funny. And they're trying to cancel him, but you cannot cancel a comedian.
Oh, they can.
Well, Well, I don't know. Well, they try, but
They can get it to where you can't book any more shows.
well, they can't do that. Sorry, Louis C.K., but that was your own fault.
So, but yeah.
Yeah.
But,
So we got the NCAA tournament going on,
right.
and there's a lot of shit going on where people are upset that the NCAA men's tournament got a bigger budget than the female tournament, and also because the weight rooms, because
Right.
they're all in. It's not like a normal tournament where there's different places and different regions of America. It's all
in one spot.
in one spot in different arenas in Indiana. It's all in Indiana.
I
think
think
it's
so.
Indiana.
I'm not 100% sure.
Indianapolis, the Indianapolis area.
Right.
And I guess the weight rooms that the men get to use are far superior.
Well, they fixed it now, but when they first did it,
Well, they fix it after somebody.
yeah, after people blew up and
Yeah.
it, you know, even the NBA players, not WNBA players, NBA players was like NCAA. Come on, that's fucked up. Yeah,
I mean,
because
if you saw the pictures, I mean, it really
Yeah.
was fucked up.
the women, they gave them one rack of dumbbells and some yoga mats, and the men had this big sprawling weight room with squat racks and benches and dumbbells and.
Yeah, it's fucked up. I mean, women athletes they need to work out and exercise too, just like the men.
Yeah.
Now, as far as the budget, I do understand the budget part of it because the men's tournament does generate more money,
Yes.
so you should get a bigger budget.
Well, yeah, in a sense, I agree with you. I think I said we was talking about this off air. I agree with you if the NCAA is running as a business, because as a business, football and men's basketball is going to bring in the money.
Yes.
So as a business, they're going to get paid a little more than everybody else. But the NCAA is not technically, supposedly, a business.
Supposedly,
They are a non-profit organization.
which I don't believe
Air quotes, Justin.
Yeah.
in. Which I don't believe in.
They are a non-profit organization that says we believe in every athlete's chance to strive and be equal.
And not just in the NCAA. I don't believe that any nonprofit organization.
Well, there are some.
But so, how do the people for them get paid? They're profiting something.
Yeah, you profit, but the business itself doesn't profit.
So they say.
So yeah, so
We haven't seen any of those books.
No, no, because most charities and stuff are set up as foundations or NGOs.
They are, and then they pocket it.
I'm not going there with you, but anyways, if the
Where else is it
NCAA,
going?
if the NCAA
I
is
got
going to set
examples.
itself,
All right, go ahead.
is going to set itself as every athlete is equal, and we believe in fair play and that type of stuff, then
Yeah, that's in the media release.
then the women's basketball should not be treated substandardly. If that's your creed, if that's your code.
True.
Now, if you're operating just strictly on a business model, I could see it. But
As far as the budget that's allotted towards the
right,
yes,
right,
because a lot of it, I know this because of what they're trying to clean up and say that the men's because they're allowing people in the stands.
right.
They allow more seats. There's more. They expand the seats for the men's tournament versus the women's tournament, so that that's.
Now that's fucked up.
Yeah.
What, to expand the seats?
Yeah, they allow more people into the men's tournament than they do the women's tournament.
It's not fucked up. There's more people that are actually willing to spend their money on the men's tournament than the women's tournament. So of course they're going to have more people.
Well, that's where the budget. I see that part of the budget.
My problem with that is, even business-wise, that's fucked up. The more seats you have, the more chance you have to actually make some fucking money.
But they're not filling them. They're not filling what they
Well,
got.
see, that's the thing. You can allow the same number of seats. The men are going to fill the seats
Yeah.
more than
Right.
the women's tournament.
So that's my point. You should still allow the seats in the women's game, even if they're not going to get filled. You should still fucking allow them, because you never know. You may have that one game where the fucking seats
yes,
get filled.
and I'm all for equal opportunity.
Yes.
I am not for equal outcome.
So yeah, you should allow it. Now, if it don't get filled, it is what it is. But to me, I don't know. I think they're
Are they doing it? You think they're doing it purposely because they just dislike the women's sport aspect of it, or what? What?
I don't think so. I think they expect a larger turnout for the men's game than the
They don't
women's game.
expect the same revenue, therefore they're not going to put forth the same revenue to make
Right.
more money. Because
Right.
it takes money to make
Make
money.
money.
So
Yeah.
they're not putting forth the same money because they're not expecting the same return
right.
for.
Well,
Which is, I get that as far as the.
that was evident in their weight room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
But the
part-
weight
but
room.
that part was
That
fucked
was
up.
the
That's
weight room
fucked
was
up.
With the
completely
seats,
That's fucked
I
up.
don't think. I don't think the seats part was fucked up because they weren't selling out what they had.
I see what you're saying there.
I think it's fucked up just because from a business standpoint, you got to give yourself the opportunity to make the money.
But a forecast, you already know what you're going to
You
make.
already know, yeah.
Forecast is just that. It's a forecast.
But
How wrong
but-
are weathermen? They
They
forecast
are,
every goddamn day.
But you know from historical receipts, you know what you're gonna, you know what you're projecting.
Yes, but we're in a different year right now.
We are.
Motherfuckers might just show up to the fucking women's game to get the fuck out the
They
house.
might, but they might not.
They might. That's what I'm saying. We don't know.
You don't know, but I guarantee you this: if people showed up like that for a women's game, they would quickly make them seats available as if they were the whole time. They ain't gonna turn that money away.
But that's what I'm saying. Right now, the way it's set, because you hadn't opened them up, if motherfuckers show up at the gate or try to order online, they get turned away. So then the next game you got to try to open it, but motherfuckers might not come to the next game. They might be like,
They
fuck
might
it.
not, but I
No,
just,
they'll be there. They'll be outside protesting, and then they'll just let them in. So it's fine. Either way.
You stupid.
Where's the lie?
You stupid.
Where's the lie?
I'm just saying, to me, they should open up the seats to give yourself the opportunity to make the money. Because it doesn't cost you anything else to open up
well,
the stage.
apparently it does.
Sure it does.
Apparently it
You gotta
does.
pay the stadium crew those longer hours to make those available.
Because I don't know, for some,
The seat is already available. You just
It's
take
available,
the fucking
but-
cover off of it.
Bleachers.
but it's also more. It's hiring more staff.
Yeah, that's,
more-
That's
you
right.
know what I'm saying?
More security, more.
And so
more everything.
You are, if you open it up and you allow, and so you hire that because you're paying them, and nobody shows up to offset what you know what I'm saying, you're losing money. But you already know that those people aren't going to show up regardless. So why would you set forth that same budget?
We don't know who's gonna show up.
We know from history.
But this is 2021.
It's still 2021 in COVID, but from history, the women's tournament is not.
Oh no, but it's not gonna produce the same amount.
And that's what I'm saying. So you will budgets, and you know you're a businessman. Budgets, you're setting forth the budget to hire this many staff and this many people and this shit like that. But you know, if you already know that people ain't gonna show up,
Mm-hmm.
why do you even work that in there? You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
What I'm saying is, you don't know. Your forecast could say 1,000 people show
It
up.
could, and you
Mm.
fuck. That's it. You play that risk in business.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you open the seats, let's say you for the men's tournament, you open it to 3,000 people. For the women's tournament, it's open to 1,500.
Yes.
Okay. If you add those 3,000, another 1,500 seats, it's not really costing you anything. That's what I'm telling you.
No, those seats aren't. But you're also
I would
open.
say it is because
You're-
otherwise there's really no excuse to not do it.
Well,
But you're also-
that's what I'm getting at.
No.
It really isn't.
But you're also hiring more concessions for the 3,000 than you would for the 1,500.
That's security.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? Yes, and that's yes you are. Yes you are.
And then too, it's not just opening up the extra 1,500. If you're expecting 1,500 more, you got to open up maybe 3,000 more for the distancing.
well, I mean, I get you. I guess that doesn't make sense to me. It just doesn't.
Like I said, trust me, if 1,500 more people showed up, they're not gonna turn them away.
No, they're not gonna turn away. But
So it's not like they're gonna tell someone, no, you can't get in because we didn't forecast for this amount. No, they still gonna take your money.
That just doesn't.
And they're gonna work harder to fulfill the needs of
Right.
it. But they'll play that. They will take that risk versus
Yeah.
because they know they know what they expect, and a lot of times it's right on.
I mean,
No.
the women's game was never going to feel. What
But
the
what I'm
men's
saying it's
as much as people want to
it's not.
say it is, it's not.
But what a lot of they're like throwing that shit out there. We're not getting paid the same. And the budget's not the same. It's feeding into the argument. They're trying to boost the argument when of course it's not paying the same.
Well, to me though, the pay thing, it's.
I'm not talking about the pay. But I'm just saying
the
that
budget and the pay. No,
adds to the argument
Yeah,
of
no,
they're trying
what
to
I'm
boost
saying
their
is-
argument up.
You gotta. It's for me.
Mhm.
The pay and arguments about women's sports and things. It's more so. It's a case by case basis. Is there some sexist shit going on in it?
Yes.
Yes.
But they try to lump it all together. It's a disingenuous argument.
Well, sometimes it is. Sometimes it's not. It's just like the one that I like the WNBA. The WNBA is never going to get paid the same as the NBA.
Because they don't generate
They don't
the
generate
same.
enough.
Right.
They're never going to get paid the same.
If we makes as much as the NBA, they're gonna bankrupt the entire WNBA.
Yeah, they just don't.
And actually, the NBA offsets some of the costs.
Right.
Of
They
the
just don't
WNBA.
make it through the TV contracts and that type of stuff.
I mean, just ticket sales.
Yeah.
You see what the NBA charges, if WNBA tried to charge that, they'd be out of business immediately.
Right.
Quickly.
Yeah.
Because no one is going to pay that.
Yeah. Now, when you get NCAA, again, to me, the NCAA, if you're going to live by your creed, then you have to equal it out for all sports.
Well, they've already shown they're not going to live by the creed.
Right.
But
So
they need to change
then
the
just,
creed.
Then just say you're a business. This is a
Yes,
business. This
because
is a corporation.
The sports after football and basketball do not generate the same
You
revenue.
know, it's funny because the NCAA is the only entity not calling it a business. Everyone else knows it is.
Right. But that's what I'm saying. If that's your creed, that's what you're going to live by, then you have to treat women's basketball. You have to treat tennis. You got to treat all of those type of sports. You got to treat them better. If that's your creed, what you live by. Now, if you're a business and corporations and say, this is my money maker, this is what I pay, and this is what I take in, then that's what you got to live by.
I don't see the downfall of being honest about it.
Well, because if it becomes a business, then you have to pay the athletes. If you're,
And you lose the right to lie about it later.
And so you lose $1 billion, but you're still making billions.
yeah, but you're not making $3 billion. You're only making $1 billion.
I don't. I'm so. It's so weird. That I just don't understand because I don't live in this world. I mean, I guess if I got $3
Right.
and I lose one of them, it'd be hurt.
Right.
If you're used to living with $3 billion and you lose $1 billion,
Yeah.
I guess you would be hurt.
But
I think.
I guess you. I mean, we're not there, but the scale is the same.
Yeah.
right.
So I'm 1,000 there.
Yeah.
You know, if I lose 1,000
Yeah.
to some nonsense that I'm not used to losing 1,000 to, I'm gonna be hurt.
And that's the the NCAA. I mean, let's just put it on the table. The NCAA is sexist. For anybody that says it's not, it is.
Mhm.
Men's sports are always going to get taken care of first. That's fucked up and wrong, but it's the truth
It is
of
what it is.
Yeah. Now, should that change? Yes. But right now, that's what it is.
Only if the revenue generated changes.
Well, what I'm telling you is,
I mean, the ladies should be treated fairly.
They should be trained.
You know
But
what
I
I
would
mean?
tell
But
you
I'm
that-
talking about in terms of amenities or what have you. I
Right.
mean, it should be equal to what they're generating.
well, again, this is the point I will keep going to. Business-wise, yes, non-profit organizations, they should all be treated equally.
Well, evidently they're straddling the line, so it's they're picking and choosing.
But what is
But you
treated?
can't-
I'm not saying it's right, but that's what they're doing.
What is treated? I think everybody should have the same opportunity, the same. Like if somebody's getting paid, then somebody should get paid.
Right.
Same weight room, something like that.
Yes.
Whatever the outcome is, and the bonuses that go after that, I don't give a fuck about that because I'm not about equal outcome. I'm about equal opportunity.
Right.
Yes. So.
But to your point, what a lot of them are saying is they don't get equal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm for all for equal opportunity.
They don't. Case in point, You make the men's tournament. You get a gift bag. Okay?
So the women don't get a gift bag.
Hold on.
That's fucked up.
The women got a gift bag, but
What's in it?
that's where I was going.
Rocks.
The men's gift bag, every player got a copy of John Thompson's book. You got a John Thompson towel. They got Nike shorts, NCAA merchandise,
They also
some
have
other
more
stuff.
sponsors. I'm willing to bet.
Probably, but I don't know for sure. But probably you're
No,
probably
that's
correct.
what I'm saying. I'm willing to bet.
Yeah, and
So the
they
women-
got all types of stuff. The women
got a Rachel Ray cookbook.
The women got some candles. The women got a few candles.
That's one.
It wasn't no Rachel Ray.
When next time we ask it, you don't know. That's it.
And they didn't get any name brand stuff like the men did.
So
The women got a towel and a water bottle and
their swag sucked.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Which is fucked up.
I'm not okay with that. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
okay with
fucked
that.
up.
As much as I dislike to watch them,
Don't say it.
I disagree with the unequal
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So where's the money coming from?
It's coming from football and basketball.
I mean, and
Which
has
it is
way more sponsors.
It is billions. It is
Yeah.
billions.
Yeah. But what I'm saying, Cliff, is, and well, I guess the deeper thing is, I'm saying is, if we're a non-profit organization, then we shouldn't have people getting rich off of it and then telling
Yeah.
the female athletes and athletes of other sports that there's no amenities for you, there's no money.
If you're a non-profit organization, dole out the money equally like you're supposed to be doing.
Right.
If you are a profit organization, then do what the fuck you want to do with your
Right.
money.
That's what they're doing. Like they're non-profit in name only.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, that's what I was getting at. See, to me, you're a non-profit organization, then you shouldn't have conference commissioners making millions. See, to me, if you're a non-profit organization, at least the other sports should get more money. They should have more amenities, more things. Should they have as much as football and basketball? That's discussed. That's debatable. But
Not when they're funding the entire athletic department. It's
Right.
debatable.
right, well, that's debatable. Some people see it differently. Whatever. But my point is, they shouldn't be. I mean, I know some track athletes that used to have to get dressed in the dorms.
hmm
Why? If we're a non-profit organization and we got money, people are getting rich off of the athletics.
I love how you keep saying that because they're not a non-profit.
They are though. That's the problem.
That's the thing. They're not. They use that term. They're throwing it out there. It's in the creed, like you said, but they are not. They're everything but non-profit.
They're listed as a non-profit,
They're listed, but they operating as a business.
so they are an NPO.
It's the biggest slave organization on the planet right now. And the only difference is they made everybody slave. White people, black people, Native Americans, Asian Americans, whatever the fuck color or race you are, if you are doing a sport for
Run,
the
nigga,
NCAA, you are a fucking slave.
That's right.
Run, nigga, run.
Run, nigga, run. Run, essay, run. Run, run, Becky,
I'm
run.
not gonna say it.
Run, Julie Chin, run, Julie Chin, whoever the fuck.
Yeah,
If you play a sport for the NCAA,
Yeah.
you are a slave.
And to that extent, the little quirky rules like if you sign scholarship papers, you can't have a job. What the fuck is that about? NCAA need to be better.
So you can make a full commitment to making money for the leaders of the NCAA. That's why.
It's the only viable reason.
That's it.
That's the only reason.
That's
When you
it.
sign your scholarship papers, you cannot work.
Because if you are dedicating your soul and your life to the sport, you can be better
Right.
than if you're dedicating 32 hours a week or whatever it is you play as a, you
Don't
work.
dedicate any time to
No.
making money for yourself.
No.
Dedicated to making money for us.
No. You mother.
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. You can't even accept gifts from people if you're on scholarship.
I did want to say one thing about the.
Yeah, I mean, that's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
They're giving you an education.
Yeah.
They're giving you books.
Yeah.
They're giving you food.
Yeah.
They are giving you education,
They're
but
giving
half
you
of
an
those- half of those
opportunity to
educations-
practice to get better.
But you can't even get a, I had a friend in college that had to turn down a family member of his that said, "Hey man, I'm in town. What you doing?" And he was like, "Well, before I leave, man, here goes $100 now. We broke in college, but he had to be like, nah, because they would have took his scholarship. And it was one of his uncles. He was just like, I'm in town, here's $100.
That $100 in your pocket takes a little bit of your focus away from the NCAA. Because you're going to be like, you know what? Fuck the NCAA. Even if it's just for a night. They don't want that.
NCAA to a student is like cotton to a nigga.
God damn it.
Yeah, we're going to test that equipment out tonight, aren't we?
Oh man.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Tell me I'm wrong.
Don't apologize for something you know you're going to do again.
Yeah.
Well,
Go
what did I
ahead.
do wrong?
Go ahead and beat that. What I guess.
Oh, you mean
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do that. But anyway. So
the beer is flowing.
yeah.
I'm about.
Yes, it is.
So if you mix 14% with 9.5%, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be back for another segment.
Yeah.
We'll be back. I don't know if ought to be with us, but we'll be back. You
Well,
might
I'll be
asleep.
here, but I'll be blacked out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Makes for a great segment.
it does.
That's right.
So.
Uh-oh. It looks like Zion is still gorilling the motherfuckers.
Probably.
Yeah, mom's an animal. Woke up by a girl, I don't even know her name. Woke up by a girl, I don't even know her name.
You don't need to know it.
Thank you, Cliff.
Well, as you can see, we're back.
We're back. Drinking Cliff's favorite, the Broken Skull. Because that's the bottom line. If y'all don't know, that's Stone Cold Steve Austin, the in my opinion, the biggest draw. I mean, I've seen big draws in WWE, and we all love the People's Champion.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. That's my
He's great with Kevin Hart in these movies.
vote for
It's
the
like
biggest
4
draw.
movies. Everybody loves The Rock. The Rock's great, but there's nothing like Stone Cold Steve Austin.
He brought it to what it is now.
He is
Yeah.
the man, and apparently they're censoring him on Peacock.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
So
Peacock.
See, just
I have switched.
gone to the Belgian wheat ale favorite of a mainstream America,
Blue Moon.
Blue Moon. It's a
Oh.
good drink.
Yeah, it doesn't taste as good as I remember though.
I think because you fuck your palate up with some watermelon shit.
Yeah,
and some other
I'm pretty
shit.
sure.
You know, like a nice warm summer day,
Yeah,
a Blue Moon is delicious.
yeah. I
I think
always like.
I think your
Blue Moon.
palate's messed up right now.
It could be.
Is it better? Is it better than Bud Light Lime?
I prefer it better. I do like a Bud Light Lime. I do also like a Land Shark.
See, I'm
You don't like Land Shark?
I'm not a fan.
Land Shark.
There's another one.
Hold on. This is Saturday Night Live.
That Chevy Chase. Yeah. So, oh god, most of the audience has never seen that shit.
Yeah, they have no clue.
Yo, I advise you, if you want to see some good comedy, sketch comedy, just Google Chevy
Land
Chase
shark.
SNL shark, and you will see some funny ass shit. Y'all niggas old, man. Y'all showing your age on that shit. Those,
It was great. It was great.
yeah.
For the record, I'm not the oldest person in this room.
All y'all can shut up.
So we do this segment every once in a while. We haven't done, I don't think past couple times, but we'll do it this time.
Yep.
It's Cliff's Corner. Cliff's gonna give us a little rant on something. So this is Cliff's Corner. What you got to say, Cliff?
Draymond Green had some comments, or a comment,
Mm-hmm.
about being the best defensive player ever.
Mm-hmm.
And what I say to that is, Draymond, shut the fuck up. Let's just call it what it is. You're only in the NBA because you play in this era. You, sir, if you played in any other era, would be a tweener. You're not big enough to play down low. You're not fast enough to play on the wing. So you only belong here in this era. So if you want to say you're one of the best defensive players in this era, go ahead. But of all time, please, sir, shut up. And that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah. I can name 3-4 defenders that were.
I can name 20 off the top of the dome right
Easy.
now, and I'm fucking hammered right
Yeah.
now.
I mean, people act like Dennis Rodman didn't exist.
Dennis Rodman, Ben Wallace,
Scottie Pippen.
Dikembe Mutombo, Akeem Olajuwon,
David Robinson.
Pre-Shaq, Manu Ginobili. Did we say Tony Allen?
No, we didn't. We should.
Tony Allen.
We should, but
Kawhi Leonard.
Yes, that's the one. Kawhi.
We'll get, yeah.
Because, I mean,
Yeah.
if you think about it, with Kawhi, he may not even be the best defender in his era.
But he's better than Draymond.
No, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Draymond saying he's the
Yeah,
best defender of all time.
no.
He might not even be the best in
No,
his era
no.
because Kawhi Leonard's out there.
Kobe Bryant,
Right.
Michael Jordan. Who else we got? Shit, which is a whole. Listen, Draymond, if you want to make the argument that you're the best right now, I will disagree. But you can make that argument right now.
Yeah, right now.
You know.
Yeah, to your friends and family.
I mean, come
He's
on,
even the
man.
best to come out of Michigan State.
He's not even the best defender on his own team because if Klay Thompson is healthy.
Absolutely true.
Which is not taken away from what Draymond does.
No.
Draymond is fantastic at what he
He
does.
does, yeah. But to say you're the best defender of all time.
In this era.
And also with 3 All-Stars on his
There
team.
you go.
Yeah.
Because when they were out last year, Draymond was some hot garbage.
So he wasn't even lukewarm garbage.
No.
He was hot garbage.
Yes, he was.
With his open mouth.
It's easy to talk trash when you got like 3 or 4 All-Stars on your team.
Yeah.
Nobody will ever build a team around Draymond Green.
Well, he's not a centerpiece?
No!
No.
He's a help you get to the championship piece. Like you get your other pieces and then you say, you know what? We need
You know what's going to put us over the top?
top. We need a stretch forward that can defend a little bit.
I should say something positive about him. Draymond, if you were at the Y with us, I'd pick you first.
He said,
Like Charles on that commercial. Oh my God.
that's crazy.
Well, damn. I get it.
Yeah.
And I agree.
Yeah.
I had something that I was going to say, but I can't fucking remember already.
Moving on.
So moving on. So,
Not like you've been drinking.
nah. But it was gold, Jerry. It was gold. Um, who made this comment about Kyrie?
Uh,
I believe it was
Well,
Stephen
Stephen
A.
A.
Oh, I got it. Before we get there,
okay.
I just found it back in the archives.
Okay.
I want to start this new thing. We'll do it if we can remember to do it.
Somebody write this down.
No, yes, something.
Intern.
I want to
Somebody.
do the piece of shit of the week.
I thought that was the bonehead athlete. Of the
No. That's athlete. This is just piece of shit in general. It can be an athlete, it can be anybody.
So the Donald Trump piece of shit award.
Hey, if we want to make a trophy, put his name on it, we can do that. This is just a general piece of shit of the week.
Uh-oh.
And this piece of shit of the week, I'm going to start to christen it off with Derek Jackson.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
The Love Guru.
Yes, the love guru.
Who's
My man.
got millions of followers on YouTube, and he's professing this is what, first of all, he shits on men most of the time.
And he was behind the movement Black Men Don't Cheat, which is, I know where you're going. That's hilarious.
Yes. So he is a piece of shit.
Get him.
Because I would much rather be, I think Charlemagne put this, he said this, I would much rather be a truthful sinner, which I will always tell you my truth.
Right.
I don't hide if I did it, I own up to it. This is just who I am.
Right.
I will be a truthful sinner all day.
Yep.
Versus being a piece of shit hypocrite.
Yeah.
As what this motherfucker Derek
Jackson.
Jackson.
Yeah, it's just that he spells it.
Yeah,
with
the fucking love guru.
What a dick.
What a motherfucking piece of shit. And mainly because I've seen him before, and he puts a lot of shit on men that he talks a lot of shit about men, and
right.
He puts himself up as this pillar of society, and he didn't just cheat on his woman. It's multiple women. You know what I'm saying? He's
yeah, and he he was like, oh, I can't think of the quote now. It was something like, the thought is that a woman has to go through hell with a man to get to the heaven on the other side. And he was like, why would anyone need to go through that? And then you're doing it.
Oh my God, man.
I mean, that's crazy.
This dude, man,
That is wild. And then dragged his wife on the video.
Dragged his wife on the way. She's sitting there, and you could clearly tell that she wasn't about that shit.
No, she ain't had no.
Yeah.
No. Dragged his wife on the video.
He probably begged her and
Listen, she had on a fucking bonnet. I don't know if you know anything about black women, people out there, but you're not going to get a black woman to come on camera in a bonnet. if they taking it seriously.
not for video, not for the
Video?
world to see.
No.
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
Yeah, they ain't gonna let you video.
No, sir.
No.
What?
She had on a bonnet.
No, sir, man.
So that means he blackmailed her to be there.
He did.
Obviously.
He did.
Obviously.
I mean, he obviously probably makes the money and everything. You know what I'm saying?
I guess something. I don't know. He had some way of getting her there.
But he is a piece of shit. Because look, listen, I err, but I will never tell anybody to do such and such and such and fall short of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I got my own. Everybody has demons. My
Yes.
demons are for myself. But I'm not presenting.
But you're not presenting yourself.
I'm
as
not
a
presenting
relationship
myself to
guru.
this motherfucking relationship guru, and
This nigga done wrote books.
he's made money
Yes.
off of some fucking lies.
Yeah.
He's a fucking hypocrite.
Yep.
Who are these dumbasses that gave him money?
It's mostly women.
Listen,
Oh.
he was a very popular relationship expert, supposedly.
Supposedly. Allegedly.
Yeah. But they said he was, because most of his videos he filmed in his car, and the dude on Twitter said he was probably going to or coming from cheating when he was filming the video.
He's a piece of shit, dog. And I do not. I'm not saying that lightly. He is a piece of shit. And in this video, the one he's confessing, he's
Right.
talking about himself in the third person. Anybody that does that is a fucking narcissist.
Except The Rock.
Yeah.
Well,
That's The Rock.
it's sports entertainment. We look differently upon that, and I love The Rock.
Yeah, everybody
So,
likes The Rock.
Don't you say anything about The Rock.
Yeah,
I fucking love The Rock.
everybody does.
But this dude, man. So, for the new segment, the christening of the new segment of piece of shit of the week, and I'm gonna implore you
I like
to
it.
find.
Like it?
So we got 2 weeks to the next episode. Find your piece of shit. We'll talk about it. But there's going to be a piece of shit of the week every
Right.
week. And Derek Jackson JXN is the perfect motherfucker to starting the shit off.
Yeah, man.
You piece of shit. See me in the comment section if you want to, nigga.
Donald
Yeah.
Trump Memorial.
The Donald Trump
Yeah.
We gotta make
Memorial.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
Donald
So
Trump
what we
Memorial
need to
piece
do-
of shit award.
Yeah.
What we need to do is go and make a trophy and carve every name in it like the Stanley Cup. And just sit on the table.
Yeah.
So every piece of shit of the week is carved into that motherfucking trophy.
Yeah, just something that we can add a name to every
Yeah.
time. Yeah,
There we go.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
I'm with you.
I like it. You know what? You were right. It was
Yeah.
gold.
That was gold, Jerry. It
Gold.
was gold.
Oh, you were right.
Yes, it was.
So, so who made these comments?
It was Stephen A. Smith, I think.
Stephen A. Smith.
Yeah.
And did he say hold up?
I think it was more like a question that was out there, and
This is on First Take, or
I'm assuming.
I'm assuming.
I read it. I read it in an article,
Yeah,
and
me too.
so the take is
Is-
the question is
is
Kyrie
Kyrie
better
better
than
than
Allen Iverson?
And the answer is hell
and
no.
then for context, Stephen A. said that pretty much Kyrie was better at this and this and this and this and this and this and this, but then he turned around and said, they asked him which player would you rather have, and then he said AI.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, listen. There's skill does not make you a better player.
No.
There's probably 1,000, maybe more than that have more skill than Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
But that does not make them better than Michael Jordan.
No.
I mean, shit, you could go to fucking Rucker Park
Yeah.
on a Sunday and find, 12 dudes who just got all the skill in the world.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly.
But that does not make them better.
No.
Back in the day, you could go to Pine campus.
Hey, listen,
Yeah.
we go to Randolph, and I've seen niggas up there, bitch,
Yeah.
who was
yeah.
nice as a bitch. But Kyrie, it's not even a question.
It's not. It's not.
AI?
It's not. And
Listen.
again, we're not talking about Denver or Memphis AI.
No.
We talking about Philly in his prime AI.
And even then, I will give you, Kyrie has serious handle.
Yeah.
He might even have a better jump shot.
Yeah. But they changed the rules for Iverson
They did.
Everybody does his crossover.
handle.
Kobe,
Yes.
who is better than Iverson,
Yeah.
did Iverson, rest in peace Kobe, did Iverson's crossover.
Yes.
Seen him do it.
Yeah.
I challenge anybody to find me a player who had more heart.
You can't. You can't. That's not that. That ain't even the debate.
Listen, before LeBron got to Cleveland, Kyrie was on there.
Yeah.
What did they do?
Nothing. They suck.
Did they make the playoffs?
I don't
No.
think
No, they did not.
LeBron was gone for 4 years while Kyrie was there. They had the first pick in the draft.
They were
3 of those
they
4
sucked.
years.
With Iverson on Philly with people we remember because we watch. The average person is not going to remember the teammates on them. We love basketball,
The only
so
people
we
that
will remember. We'll remember Aaron McKee,
Yeah.
Eric Snow,
Mutombo.
Ilgauskas, Mutombo.
That's what I was about to say. Mutombo's the only one that people may
But
recognize.
that's
Kukoc.
Was he on that team?
Kukoc was there.
for us a hot
Yeah, Kukoc was there.
minute.
Yeah, I didn't even know.
George Lynch.
Yeah.
Mhm.
History books will not remember that,
No.
but he made it to the finals.
Yes,
And he
did.
won a game against the Lakers, who had swept every Western Conference team up until that point.
Yep.
Now they swept him after that, but
Gentlemen's
he
sweep.
still won a game.
They got
What
one.
did Kyrie do?
And he had to step over Ty Lue. That was just
Yes.
ridiculous.
Yes. Now we may be biased because he comes from our state,
Well, yeah, it could be.
and we've all seen. I mean, I saw the high school tapes.
Yeah.
Him and Tony Rutland, and doing their thing.
It's not fair.
And
But
if you don't
anyway,
know who Tony Rutland
And I mean, of course, we watched him in college.
at
Georgetown.
Legendary
Sweet
battles
16
against
did it?
Ray Allen and Kerry Kittles and all. Man, come on, man.
listen,
Come on, man.
skill does not make you better than an athlete. Look, Mitch Richmond scored the second amount of points next to Michael Jordan every year he played in the league.
Yeah,
Who the fuck is Mitch Richmond?
he was nice though.
Yes, he was. But are we gonna remember? Is anybody?
I'm gonna remember.
No,
Oh.
you will. But is anybody when we talk when you have these documentaries and shit? Do you see Mitch Richmond in it?
That's true.
No,
No, you do not.
no.
Yes, Kerry. I mean, not Kerry. Kyrie's got skill,
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
but who the fuck? I don't see anything spectacular from Kyrie as far. Yes, he can lay up anybody. You know, he's pretty sweet in what he does.
This Iverson never missed as many games as Kyrie.
First of all, have you seen anybody miss this much time for personal time?
No, but you don't know what's happening in that.
I don't
life.
know. But over the history,
That's
we
true.
don't know what's going on, but we know that Iverson didn't miss that time.
That's true.
but the history of the league and what we've seen, how many? Kyrie is. This is
The second
time this year.
Yep.
But it's not the first time ever.
No.
No.
He's been injury prone his whole damn
Now-
career. He
Yeah,
came
he
into
is.
the league injured.
But he's a different breed of dude. I mean, he's a flat earther and all that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Yeah.
He's a weird guy.
I'm gonna use the old Apollo Creed line.
He said he's a flat earther.
He's a flat earther.
I'm gonna use the old Apollo Creed line. When Apollo Creed said, and I'm replied to Iverson and Kyrie. When he said, Kyrie plays great, but Iverson's a great player, and there is a difference.
There's a difference.
There's a big difference.
That's me.
Yeah.
I play great. I'm not a great player.
Right.
I'm not. Back in my day.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's the gist of it. When you talk about greats, Iverson is one of the people you talk about when you're talking about greats.
Now, mind you, this is a dude who did not practice.
And he was 100 pounds soaking wet.
And before college, he spent half his time playing football.
And if you hadn't seen his football highlights,
Check it out.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So that whoever is posing this question, I guess maybe you're just trying to stir up some
yeah,
shit.
you trying to stir it up.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you cannot, nobody can possibly believe that Kyrie Irving is better than AI.
But in his defense, Stephen A's job is to talk.
Yeah.
But he was talking on something that somebody already brought up, right? He didn't say that Kyrie's better than AI. did he?
Nah, I think.
No, it was more. I think it was a question.
Yeah, it was a question that
It was
was
a
asked.
question, yeah, that was posed. And like you said, he didn't say it, but it was just put out there like
I
that.
mean, listen.
Well, whoever put that shit out was a dumb motherfucker. Or just,
I mean, Kyrie's best attribute on the floor is his handle.
it's very good.
It is, and I'm one of the ones debating. Even his handle, is it better than Iverson's?
Handles don't win championships.
No, it don't. But I'm just saying.
I would say total handle is
Yeah.
probably better.
See,
But But better than Iverson's, yes. But I don't think it's the best handle ever.
No, it's not the best handle ever, but I don't even know if it's better than Iverson's. I don't know, man. Iverson had handles when he was young. When he got
He did?
older,
I say if Iverson played with LeBron for 4 years, he'd have more than one chip.
without a doubt.
If he played with LeBron, shit, we would be what would we be saying is that LeBron's the best player ever.
Yeah,
That's what we'd be saying.
if he
Well,
had Philly,
if Iverson was like 6'4", 6'5", we'd already be saying that.
yeah, true. Yeah. Because they listed him as 6 foot. I've seen the dude in person.
Yeah, that was being generous.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen the dude in person, and I'm here to tell you that he has never seen 6 feet ever.
Once again, this is a dude who smoked weed and drank all the time.
Hmm.
They changed the dress code because of this dude.
Pound for pound, the best basketball player ever.
Yes.
It's not even. It shouldn't even be a debate.
It's
No
not.
argument.
Ain't no argument on
Pound for pound. That, like, you know what I'm saying? And for those who understand, yes, Ali would fuck up Floyd.
Yeah.
He'd fuck him up.
Mhm.
But pound for pound, Floyd was a better boxer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Pound for pound, from Virginia, Hampton, Virginia, the best basketball player ever, pound for pound,
Yes.
is Allen Iverson.
Yes, he is.
This is a dude who did not work at his game at all.
He didn't work at all.
He didn't work at all at his
He
game.
did.
He didn't work.
He did.
How? And he would give you 40 just like that. And also pass the ball.
Yeah.
He would pass the ball too.
And didn't practice.
He did not practice.
We
He
talking
hated
about
practice.
practice.
He hated practice.
Not a game.
Yeah.
Not a
Imagine,
game.
imagine if he practiced.
It was one of the best quotes ever. One of the best press conferences ever.
Imagine if he practiced.
We talking about practice.
You
God,
don't know what
man.
we're talking about. Google Allen Iverson practice.
We, not a game. Not a game. We talking about
I would
practice.
venture to say, because there's guys that have influence on the game as far as history.
Yeah.
I would say AI is the most influential basketball player ever, and that's more than Jordan, because Jordan is on the court. AI was on the court and fashion wise, and you know what I'm saying,
So more of a cultural influence.
cultural
There
and
you go.
court.
There you go. Because he.
It's a double thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because he was.
But everybody wanted to be like
Right.
Mike. AI wanted to be like Mike, and
Yeah.
he took it. He wanted to be like Mike, and he took it to another
Because
level.
AI was a cultural icon.
He's a,
Yeah, gotta go with that.
Yeah, he was a cultural icon.
yes. Most influential basketball. It's nowadays. Now there's probably more back in the day that we have nothing to
Yeah.
do with, but
Oh, and rest in peace, Elgin Baylor.
oh,
When you said back in the day, I had to think about it.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Elgin Baylor.
top 5 Laker player ever.
And, you know, I never saw him play. I seen a few highlights. He was gone before my time as far as playing.
But Kareem, Magic, Jerry West, Kobe, Shaq, Elgin Baylor.
Yeah.
It's 5 or 6. That's who it is.
My pop said he was, you know, doing the hanging in the air and stuff before Dr. J, before Mike. He just said that, you know, the reason you don't see it is because they ain't have video back then, or if they did, it was terrible.
I mean, it was the 60s, though.
So,
I mean,
Yeah, like we said, we were talking earlier. Only people that saw Wilt Chamberlain's 100-point game were the people that were in the building that day.
so did it happen? I guess it happened.
I mean, there were people there. So.
Yeah.
But that's also with there was no offensive goaltending too. He probably got 20. So I'm gonna give him 80.
No, back then. I mean, he was still bigger than everybody.
He was bigger than
They
everybody.
just gave him the rock and he turned around
So-
And
Is that more impressive than Kobe's 81?
I don't feel so. And I'm no disrespect to Will,
yeah,
but I don't think so. I think
yeah.
coming from a guard
From a guard
that's
yeah.
what I was getting ready to
versus
say.
somebody who can tip rebounds in like
Right.
that.
versus somebody who's already that tall and nobody else is, like you're really a man amongst boys,
Right.
you know. Not again, no shade, but I just think it was tougher
more
for
impressive.
Kobe.
Yeah.
More impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Oh shit.
So who? Oh, so we're watching highlights in the background. There was just somebody getting dunked on.
Yeah.
But this Kyrie. So do we think? Do y'all think the Nets are going to championship,
Yes.
even if AD and LeBron come back like soon?
Yeah. Because the Nets just signed LaMarcus Aldridge. They already signed Bruce.
He's just a name at this point.
Well, what I was saying earlier, I think I was telling Jaden
What
earlier.
salary cap is this? What the fuck is going on?
What I was
Just
telling
minimum deals
them
after
is
buyouts.
Bruce, I said Bruce, LaMarcus Aldridge, and Blake Griffin. At this point, they're not expected to carry a team. But if you get into a playoff game,
It's more bench players than they had.
and you get into a playoff game, let's say you need them for one night, LaMarcus Aldridge could probably turn.
He
back
could do it.
and
I'm
give
not
you
sure
one
about
night.
Blake Griffin.
At this point, I'm gonna say both of them, Aldridge and Griffin. If they're replacing your, let's say, 8th and 9th players on your team, okay.
Now,
Yeah, if you're expecting them to contribute as anything more than that, no.
see, I think they can contribute because they're role players now, but
Right.
they still have enough that if you need one game, now if you're asking them to score 20 a night, you're never going to get that. But
Aldridge is better than the 10th player on your roster.
But if you're asking them one night, you're playing, let's say you're getting a series with Philly, and one night you need LaMarcus Aldridge to score 25. He could probably do that for one night. Now, if you're asking him to do it 2 nights in a row, you're asking a lot.
What happened to
In
Aldridge?
theory, I think you're right. But when you're on a team with Kyrie, KD, and Harden, when's he gonna get the rock?
Well, that's my point. When you need him, because let's say this, he'll take a lot of offensive possessions off. So, when you need him, he can probably still do it for one night.
I think it's like most good players in any sport. They reach a certain point where
Yes.
their name is bigger than their game,
Yeah, I give you that. But
and I think he's at that point.
Who's that? Aldridge?
Yeah.
What happened to him?
He was in San Antonio when they won't win it.
But he was scoring. Was it last year or year before last? Right?
Now, the problem with it is he's excellent in the mid range,
Yeah.
and that's not where today's NBA is.
And he
And now they do have all these young guys.
Yeah.
And what's my man from Toronto?
DeMar DeRozan.
Look, DeRozan.
Oh shit, he's in San Antonio too.
Yeah, so it's him and all these young guys like was it DeMurray and
Yeah.
and White and all these guys.
but yeah, even like Blake Griffin. They said his last dunk was so like last year.
Yeah, it's over a year he
No,
didn't
two
do it.
years.
Yeah, but
2 years until his debut
Yeah.
with the Nets.
yeah, he played with the Nets one game and caught 3 dunks.
So easy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
So
It's just
open.
easy for him now. He doesn't have to work because he's not the focal point.
Well, he was actually healthy. So it's
Well,
still
that
hurt.
too, but
I personally believe maybe the universe will think different, but I just don't think James Harden and Kyrie deserve a fucking championship.
well, I'm with you on there, but they probably will get one.
Yeah. Hopefully, LeBron and AD will come back healthy. But the high ankle sprain for LeBron, high ankle sprains are terrible.
Yeah, high ankle springs hurt like a bitch.
They hurt like a motherfucker. And AD, I just don't. He's just injury prone all the time. But if they come back, and they get Drummond,
Yeah, that's the key.
they can be all right.
I'd be interested to see like if the Nets did win this one. KD's gonna be 1 ring behind LeBron. I want to see what people are gonna say about that.
Because they're gonna try to put him up there. But honestly,
I think
we can say what we want about LeBron. He is like behind the GOAT if we're gonna put.
Yeah.
I mean,
I think KD is
he's the best scorer I've
that's
ever
what I was
seen.
going to say. He's the
But
best
also-
offensive player.
Also, Harden is not far behind that either. Even though I hate fucking James Harden.
Yeah.
That motherfucker has offensive game like you've never even. I mean,
Yeah, he does.
It does. No argument there.
yeah,
Yeah.
but it's something about him I just don't like.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I don't know who's going to the championship. It's looking like Brooklyn. I don't want to see it, but fuck it.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm with you though.
it is what it is.
It is looking like Brooklyn.
I say put him back in the bubble.
Crazy.
Yeah.
So. But anyways.
Yeah, so I don't know what we got next week, but next 2 weeks.
Yeah.
We're gonna come back with some more beer, some different beer.
Yep.
Some different topics.
Yep.
Some different fun, family fun and comedy and all that bullshit that we do.
This is family fun.
It is family. We're family.
Oh,
aren't we?
we're family. I thought you were saying like
No, this is
you
family.
was trying to get your peacock on.
Oh no.
And a new, what you call it, a new dumbass or a new asshole?
No, piece of shit.
A new piece of shit.
And when I say piece of shit, I want y'all to, I want to dig deep because I want to really, I don't just want to be a dumbass or you know what I'm saying. I want to be a piece of shit like Derek JXN who speaks of himself in the third person as he's put this video out. It's a piece of fucking shit. He's a hypocrite. I want a piece of shit every 2 weeks.
All right.
You shall have one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Piece of shit.
Cool.
Piece of shit of the week.
Basically.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
All right.
we'll be back in a couple weeks.
Hopefully.
With another, no, nobody's canceling us. With another round of Brews and Views.
Might treat us like Sharon Osbourne.
On that note, I'm just going. Peace.
God damn.
Peace.
Oh.